everyone, this is Nothing Phone 2 and I have been using this phone for almost 1 month. Long before the official announcement we thought that Nothing Phone 2 is a flagship phone, but it turns out that the flagship processor and unique design is not enough for a phone to be called a flagship phone. Don't think that I want to disparage Carl Pei's new creation in any way, but criticism of this device will definitely be in this review. Make yourselves comfortable, I'm going to start. Let's start with the design. The first things you need to know when buying the Nothing Phone 2 is how best to protect your new phone. I don't recommend buying the original protective case that is sold on the Nothing Phone website. Even though the original Nothing case is made of quality plastic and silicone, the company for some reason didn't consider its aesthetics. It completely destroys all the pleasant feeling of the phone. With this case, Nothing Phone 2 loses its charm. That's why it's better to look for some more expensive and chunky cases from third-party manufacturers. If you think you can do without the protective case, I congratulate you because the Nothing Phone 2 is a very pleasing phone. It has a flat screen like an iPhone, the back cover of the phone feels pleasantly cool in your hand, and the device itself is lighter than Samsung or Apple's flagship phones. The vibration motor performance in this phone is very much reminiscent of Google Pixel phones. Very often it seems as if Nothing Phone 2 is a phone that tried to take the best from Apple and Google phones, but the low cost of the device imposed its limitations. The Nothing Phone 2 has a bright screen with a maximum peak brightness of 1600 nits. In summer, outside in bright sunny weather, you will see everything on the screen of your device. However, the difference with the most expensive Samsung Galaxy and iPhone is very noticeable. And at this point, you should already realize that the Nothing Phone 2 is not a flagship phone. In 2023, you will have to pay much more for a flagship screen, but as practice shows, you don't have to spend $1,000 to buy a really good device for multiple tasks. What surprised me the most is that the Nothing Phone 2 is a phone with Chinese roots. From the former founder of the OnePlus brand, the company that invented the DC dimming feature in phones. It is very unfortunate that the Nothing Phone 2 doesn't have this feature, as almost all modern phones with OLED screens are capable of causing human discomfort during prolonged use. The flickering frequency of the Nothing Phone 2 screen is 19 and 20 Hz. This phone could use the DC dimming mode. Still, it's a good expensive Ltpo panel with the dynamic sweep support from 1 to 120 Hz. You will definitely be satisfied with the image quality of Nothing Phone 2. The Nothing Phone OS 2.0 hasn't changed much since the release of the first generation Nothing Phone. It is a clean material U from Google, which installed the corporate style of Nothing. The emphasis in the system goes to the company's system of widgets. For example, the clock icon in real time shows the hand of the stopwatch. Application icon can change their shape and size, occupying almost half of the screen for a more convenient and quick launch. A lot of system application in the Nothing Phone. This is an application from Google. Google Photo app is used as a native photo gallery. As a texting app, Here Is 2 is a native solution from Google. Google Pixel owners will see a lot of similarities in Nothing Phone 2. The new glitch system consists of 10 LEDs. They can be customized through a separate app, creating your own unique preset. Nothing Phone 2 looks cool, but you have to admit that after a month of use, you get used to this design and very often you don't even pay attention to LED indication. However, it still attracts the attention of strangers on the street, especially in the evening. Right now I have in my possession a Nothing smartphone, Nothing headphones, and of course not enough smartwatches. These gadgets together look very spectacular. Nothing Phone 2 supports reverse charging. You can charge your headphones from your smartphone, and this process looks like something from distant future. In fact, it's the only phone for $600 that supports reverse charging. The phone comes with a proprietary Nothing cable and a transparent pin for removing the SIM card. Nothing Phone 2 supports 2 SIM cards, but unfortunately it doesn't have eSIM support. And this is very strange. Nothing Phone 2 is positioned as a modern device. The phone looks like a gadget from the future, and eSIM supports would be very useful here. I bought myself a Nothing Phone 2 with 12 GB of RAM and 256 GB of storage. The performance of the smartphone is at the flagship level. There are no applications that this device cannot handle. Some apps launch even faster than on the iPhone 14 Pro Max. But since this is a Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, the problem with heating and throttling has not disappeared. Yes, this is not the most successful processor in Qualcomm's history. This is what throttling test shows. Yes, I know, synthetic tests don't reflect anything in real life. And I failed to notice a decrease in performance in real apps in the case of Nothing Phone 2. Even on hot sunny days, the phone works great. It doesn't get too hot and even you use the camera for a long time. The notorious Genshin impact test on maximum settings has been passed, and the phone heats up after 25-30 minutes, but the game continues to show the maximum FPS value. I don't think anyone in real life can be hurt by imperfection of the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. It's still one of the most powerful chips on the market. Camera. Nothing Phone 2 has two cameras models. Sony IMX890, the main model at 50 megapixels, and Samsung J1 ultra-wide-angle model also at 50 megapixels with viewing angle of 114 degrees. The camera launch speed is very fast. Quick launch of the camera is made by double pressing the power key. The pictures on the main camera are very good both day and night. Post-processing of the picture perfectly copes with the dynamic range in any lighting. Most importantly, the photos have a very neat and neutral color correction. The wide-angle camera is not the best on the market, but in its price segment it definitely shows great shots. But there are some nuances with video. If you record static videos, everything turns out very well. High detail, extended dynamic range, but what you definitely should not do is to record video while walking. That's what happens if you shoot step forward. You get shaky models and the jilly effect. This video is recorded in 4K 60 frames per second. I think I've seen this kind of shake somewhere before and it was eventually fixed with a camera software update. But again, the Nothing Phone's camera is very good, and if you don't feel the lack of a zoom lens and the 2x digital zoom photo is enough for you, then the Nothing 2's camera will definitely not disappoint you. The quality of cellular signal, the work of Wi-Fi and voice speakers, everything is excellent. The phone stably holds the signal and quickly finds the network. Also, Nothing Phone 2 supports 15 watts wireless charging. You can charge the phone without a wire from 1% to 100% in 2 hours. I think the Nothing Phone 2 is the best phone for $600 in 2023. It has great design, not bad cameras, great display and the unique LEDs in the back. Okay guys, thanks for watching, subscribe to the channel, see you at the next video.